jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. You already know. No negotiations needed, period. Big shout out to Mike being the first on deck in the building. I see you. What's good with it? Carlos is on deck in the building. I see you, Mike. Bill Haney, too real for Ryan. He be giving out turkeys in the hood like Nino Brown. We're going to talk about the audio of Mill City Boxing. Shout out to Mill City Boxing, man. Gotta scoop this audio. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring it into the convo, man, and chop it up a little bit. That's all. This convo was probably going in more circles than the Indy 500. You know what it is, Carlos. You already know where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying, man? Call it for what it is, man. God damn. Man, this shit right here is... Arnold Brown, what's good, man? Salute to you. I see you in the building. Alvarez on deck. What's good? Arnold said, W said salute. I haven't watched this whole video yet. Are you playing the whole thing? Man, who Alvarez, who comes over here on a live that just started and talking about, are you playing the whole thing? I mean, who does that, dog? It's almost like, dude, no disrespect, man. You asked me, am I playing the whole thing? No, I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm playing the audio, bro. I'm playing the audio. That's it. I'm playing the audio, man. Shout out to Mr. International Toby Bartlett on deck. Salute WCS in the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Yes, indeed. Salute to the Oracle Trick No T in the building. What's good with it, Trick? Salute to you, man. Historian on deck. What's good with it? Salute. So I want us to, take a little listen, to this short back and forth heated debate between Ryan Garcia and Bill Haney. This coming to you via Mill City Boxing. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why is this important? Well, and to me, it's important to talk about because, like I told people, they're not going to be satisfied about the outcome. And this is a perfect example. I'm going to be honest with you. If I was in this situation and I'm already suspended, and I just told you why I plead with the commission, but yet, you're still trying to drill me. I can understand where Bill's coming from in a sense that it was his son. But there comes a time and a place as a father myself, in my 50s, that I have to say, my son has to speak for himself, God damn it. Son, you have to go out here and take this seat and have a conversation with somebody you knew as a child yourself. I'm kind of tired of seeing Bill talking to young kids, and it's not to mentor them. It's to go back and forth like you're living vicariously through the moment, bro. It ain't your freaking moment. It don't matter if you're a trainer of your son or not, man. We already knew who you are. Know who you are. We know where you're from. We know what you've been through. We know what you're about. We know how many times you've been in these YTC streets. We get it. But for you to continue to insert yourself into a situation where your son is old enough to basically be in attendance, let him take the seat, God damn it. Let him take the motherfucking seat, dog. It ain't not one situation where he cannot sit there and have a conversation with this guy. And the core of the situation remains at a level of maturity, tact, bearing. Let's get down to it, man. Oh boy, god damn it, man. It's almost like god damn. I'm using up, goddamn the 2 or 3 credits I got with early childhood in my degree, god damn it. Let's talk on it. Let's listen to this audio and let's check it out for a minute. And this is brought to you by Mill City Boxing. And let me go ahead and put the disclaimer up there because I have to. You got some haters out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to put the content disclaimer out here. All right? Just so people can be aware that it's no clout chasing here. It's no using other people. This is brought to you by Mill City Boxing. Once again, Mill City Boxing. Okay, let's get down to it.
Be out of pocket. I'll say that.
Well, listen, let me tell you. Ryan, with it being 3-3, you guys got so much on the line. It could not be that you wasn't supposed to do that, dog.
Wait.
First of all, listen, we already know the history between these two and the amateur, connection that they have. The backstory is there. It's been archived. It's been retrieved. It's been spoken on, and it needs to be put back in there because right now ain't nobody talking about the 7th fight except how it played out. We done heard about the 3-3, 3-3, 3-3. God damn it, we know what the threes look like. You know what I'm saying? You turn the motherfuckers and lay them threes on their back, it's W's. Okay? And the only one that came out with a W that night was Ryan Garcia, God damn it. At the end of the day, you all accepted the compensation for the fight to carry forward and make its way under the bright lights for the fighters to be introduced. That man came in overweight. What's the purpose of freaking talking about it now? Real talk.
What? I didn't. I'm saying it to your face. I never cheated. I never would cheat. I've never cheated in my career. Whatever I got popped for, had to be tainted, and I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody say. I
But
know I
you,
never cheated in my life.
but you,
And I
but
put
that's
that
not what.
on my mom that has cancer.
Yeah, but you did. That's not what you told the.
So listen. Ron said, I put that on my mom that has cancer. One thing you know about WCS, I be goddamn if I'm putting a freaking a bad situation on a relative that's passed. You know what I'm saying? I got a son that passed, right? I'm not putting on anything on my son because my son wasn't here. He didn't have shit to do with this situation. You know what I'm saying? Why would I put something on him like it makes any sense? And then if the person never knew my kids, we was never close like that to be intimate as far as a relationship goes, love. You know what I'm saying? When we was connected, like we was family, like we broke bread. Why am I gonna do this shit? Why do these cats be putting shit on their relatives that's dying or even passed away? It makes no sense if the person that you are trying to convince was never close to your kid or your loved one to begin with. If we weren't considered family, what does it matter? Bill don't have no connection to your mother. He got not one connection to your mother. So why are you trying to prove a point to him that just because, just tell him straight up. I have no reason to cheat. And that's the way it is. You don't believe it? God damn it. Go kick rocks barefooted.
Commission. You pled guilty to the commission.
Because it was either that or I go to court or wherever the hearing. And even if I win the hearing, they said that no matter what, they could suspend me.
Okay, good point made by Ryan Garcia. A lot of people was unclear as to why he copped a plea. He just told you why he copped a plea. He said if he would have went to court, and regardless, they could have suspended him just based off probability. Isn't that what they say in the streets? Probability. We have probability. Okay. So therefore, if the man was still in a bubble to the point where the commission still has some type of controlling authority to suspend him, even though he go through all that work and spend the money for an attorney and he still gets suspended. What is that? Is that not pointless? That's pointless. Real talk. That's pointless in going through and taking all that effort to prove your innocence, even though the commission can still suspend you. So I think he made a good point because a lot of boxing fans out here, they didn't have clarity on that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have clarity. So Ryan did clear that up. Seriously, he did clear that up for us, which I'm glad he did because a lot of us didn't quite understand, the reasoning behind him copping a plea. But let's keep it stepping.
So I just took the year and said whatever. I know I didn't cheat. I don't need to cheat. I've been boxing my whole life. You know that.
No,
I've been boxing
not.
since I was 7 years old.
Listen,
So
listen,
I don't need to
how
cheat,
did
man.
how did
The
how
truth
did
is,
it
Ryan said, I've been boxing since I was 7 years old. I don't need to cheat. You know that. You know that. So right at this point in time, I don't care who I'm speaking with. If I've been knowing you, you've been knowing me since that long period of time, and we 3-3. It's not like you're 6-0 up on me. Okay, the odds would be a bit different in the perception of the onlookers to say, man, the man beat you 6 straight times in the amateurs, man. It's a reason why we think you should have cheated or you had the understanding that you may think you need to cheat, right? But that wasn't the case. Both of them was 3-3. And the fight wasn't even bigger than Tank Ryan Garcia based off a 3-3 in the amateurs. It still wasn't bigger on the professional stage. It wasn't bigger than that. But, Ron Garcia is trying to tell Bill Haney, straight up. You know what I'm saying? My people always talking about keeping it real. If I'm going to keep it real, right? That don't mean you keep on going behind me and then, trying to continue to make me seem like I just need to lie. And you bringing it out of me. You have that much influence over me. I just need to continue to lie.
is the truth.
how did it get in your system?
The guy that came to help me lose weight, his name was Scooter. He
Okay.
brought me supplements, and I took the supplements, and that was the day before the fight. And then it just so happened that I tested the day before and the day after. So that's exactly what happened. So a guy
What?
came in to help me lose weight, and I took the
Okay.
supplements he gave me, and for sure those are the ones that.
Okay. But
So
Ryan.
hold on, champ.
Okay.
Hold
Wait.
on,
Wait.
champ.
Wait. Hold
So,
on. Hold on.
champ,
Hold on. Hold
is
on.
it
Wait.
safe to
Hold on.
say?
Hold on.
Go
Hold
ahead,
on.
go
Hold
ahead.
on. Hold on, Zach. Hold on. So Ryan. So this was a day before the weigh-in,
Yes,
huh?
yes.
So
Y'all,
you
you knew
couldn't
I
wait. So
was in. You
let,
knew I
let
was
me
in a
ask.
bathtub. You know the bathtub technique. You know that one, where you get the Epsom salt and it's hot as fuck, and then they take you off and they wrap you up in a towel,
Uh huh.
and then you redo it over and over again. So that's what I was doing all night, trying to lose that weight, and my body stopped at 143 pounds. I couldn't continue. I was hurting myself. So
But when did
I'm
you
never gonna be.
take the supplement?
I told you that day.
And you took the supplement during the fight?
How can I take a supplement?
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. Bill, you asked the man. He took the supplement during the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, Ryan did us a solid one by even showing up. You know, he did us a solid one. So it's his decision to take whatever's coming his way. The precipitation and how the inclement weather comes down on top of his head from Bill asking him questions, that's up to him. He chose to stand out there with no umbrella, right? So him asking stupid ass questions, did you take some, in the fight, only says that, you still have an ulterior motive to try to have Ryan Garcia there accessible for you to ask him questions. Now, like I said before, you chose to put yourself in that place, and you said the day of the fight. Ryan said, yeah, the day of the fight. A guy named Scooter gave him the subs. I'm not defending Ryan Garcia. I just hate dumb shit, man. Real talk. Sometimes it get a little bit more lower tolerance than most, but usually I can explain this shit without, dropping obscenities. But this is some dumbass shit, man. Real talk. So, the man tell you, hey, you took it the day of the fight? Yeah, I took it the day of the fight. You already know I had a bad weight cut. You know how the salt baths go. It's very tough. And I was at one, whatever he said it was, and it was tough for me to get down there. You know what I'm saying? It was tough for me to get down there. All right, that's what it was, right? So, and then you got a person up here say, well, you took it during the fight? Man, come on, bro. I just don't have time to play them games, especially if I'm suspended right now, right? I'm suspended already. I got to pay a fine and this, that, and the other. But yet, you're on my time. This time does nothing for my suspension. It does nothing for my punishment. So this time I'm giving you is my free time. You know what I'm saying? This is a special, invitation. I'm allotting you time out my life, even though I'm suspended. You know what I'm saying? Because really, Ryan don't have to explain to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But when you get somebody asking, stupid ass questions to my you was taking it during the fight, it just makes you get to a point like you just want to shut down or you just want to step away.
During the
I'm
fight.
saying the day of the fight, because you tested positive both days.
Now those of you, listen, I don't have to be a trainer for this, but I consider myself educated enough in the fitness, the fitness lifestyle. When you take something the day before, a supplement, that supplement doesn't leave your body in 24 hours. See, this is what I'm talking about, wasting my fucking time. Anybody know a supplement does not leave your body in 24 hours. It does not leave your body in 24 hours. So you say that you took the supplement during the fight, and then you turn around and say, oh, well, how's the supplement in your body the day of the fight? At this point, I feel that it's the waste of my energy. It's a waste of what I have going on in my life right now. I'm already suspended. And I wouldn't have given him another second because I don't feel it's going in any direction that's conducive to the listeners about this situation. If it's something that was concerning and all that, the people want to hear about it, that's why I'm here. But besides all this other shit that's going on, acting like we in preschool of knowledge on how supplements work, everybody knows that supplements don't leave your body in a day. So if you tested positive the day before and the day of, well, guess what? The supplements are still in your system. And, you know, when you want to talk about the quantitative part of how much was in his system, it was very small. You know what I'm saying? It's a very small amount.
Exactly. Don't you think it would still be in your system? Think with your brain. It would still be.
Ryan Garcia told Bill to think with his brain. He said, think with your brain, bro. This is a 26-year-old kid telling a 50-something, however Bill is, something that he should already understand. You know what I'm saying? Why is he standing out there, you know, with a key in his hand trying to unlock your common sense, your intellectual box where you're supposed to have all this damn level of understanding at? Why are you letting him do that? He said, think with your brain, bro.
System no matter what. It's not going to be the next day.
What was the stuff? What was the supplement's name?
Look, at this point in time, Bill has no decent reply. This is what you call asking dumbass questions. What was the supplement name? So you're talking about a fighter who's with Victor Conte, who you all are with a guy who is related to the situation, the very same situation that you're questioning Ryan about. I guarantee you, to become a snack athlete, you did not question Victor Conte about his checkered past and all the supplements that he was able to get away with when he was doping these athletes. But yet, when you want to talk about setting an example, there's no way you set an example when you're attaching yourself to someone. Even though when boxing say, hey, we allow him to be on deck with us, you know what I'm saying? We approve. You know, boxing approved him. Whatever the boxing, whoever he had to speak to, boxing approved him. Well, VADA approved him. You know what I'm saying? VADA is the voluntary anti-doping agency that allow him access through whatever measures that they took, meetings or whatever, they allowed this man to be a part. And they allow him to source athletes selectively to be a part of his program. Nothing gets worse than that. This man was at the feds. He was on the level of the feds. So for you to question an opponent, and your son is attached to Victor Conte, which has an in-depth history of dealing with performance-enhancing drugs, is hypocrisy on the highest level, brother. The highest peak.
Name was the one that they test. I don't know which one it was. Those are the ones I didn't have no knowledge of.
Okay, so let me just tell you which ones. So we'll know so the world would know not to use the supplements. Which supplements were they?
See, this is Bill trying to be Mr. Slick Talker. You know what I'm saying? So the world can know. Why is the world even concerned about what supplement Ryan Garcia was on? Are you concerned based off the energy, the physical energy and infliction that occurred in front of millions under the bright lights on the stage in New York City, which Devin ended up being the recipient of? Why does the world need to know? The world ain't asking, bro. And once again, I'm not taking up for Ryan because everybody know that I've been on Ryan's neck for a long time for being a capper. But I just don't like my people. You know, they just feel that they're proving a point. This doesn't benefit y'all going to court. And look, Ryan chose to get on this live stream and be subjected to this line of questioning. But you know, you have your son out here saying we're gonna get it back in blood. We're gonna make him pay outside the ring and inside the ring. What is that saying exactly? Why are you here questioning someone? Just leave it up to the court system. Leave it up to the freaking the lawsuit that you have pending. You want to go up here and question someone that you about to sue? What was the supplement? What was the supplement? You know, what was this?
Like I said, I don't know what supplement. Those are his supplements.
Wait, no, hold on, Mill
Scooter,
City.
Scooter,
Wait, hold on.
You know which one?
Scooter did say.
Wait, Mill City, hold on. Let me and Ryan talk. Now, so So you saying that Scooter gave you something you don't even know the name of to this day, you don't know what the name of the supplements are.
Those are what the lawyers have, whichever ones that he provided me. He gave me 2 of the ones that he gave me. We sent that to a lab. They tested it, and it was tested with Ostrin
What
in its tablets. So
what's
my thing was tainted.
which one?
There's no
What
doubt in my mind.
what company? Which one? Which one of the supplements?
Bro, I'm telling you, I don't know what it's called. I just told you that. I just told you.
Right, but that sounds like a lie, right?
Why
That
would it
sounds
sound
like a lie
like a lie?
because what I'm saying is because you've been no, I'm just asking because you've been so informative to the people about everything. You would let us know it's okay. Is Scooter the one that slipped the shit on you, or is it the
Scooter's
this company?
Scooter is the one that gave me the supplements. I'm gonna always stand by the truth. Scooter gave me the supplements. I took the supplements, and then I tested positive. That's it. Point blank period. There's no bigger story. I don't know what happened. It got blown out of proportion.
So when you hear Ron talk, right, you know, he's not picking up his tone about this situation at all. He's pretty much explaining it. He said, hey, yeah, you know, Scooter's the one who gave me the supplements. Even though Bill Haney is up there talking about Scooter the one who you know, fix you, and you know he the one to put that shit on you. No, he the one that gave me the supplements. I don't know exactly what the supplement is. And Ryan, I remember him saying the only thing he was taking was ashwagandha. Okay, so you know now he's saying he don't know what the supplement is. I can understand where he's at with it because they keep on talking about they're gonna sue the man. You know, Ryan ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to give you details where your attorney is up here listening, screen recording, and goddamn trying to see if they have a case. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to help you circumvent your legal freaking direction. You're trying to take them in to further sue them for more compensation. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
I got a question, champ. I got a question.
What was it? What was it? Listen, what was the substance? What was the?
Hold
what
on,
was
Bill.
the,
Hold on, Bill.
Let me ask you one more
I
question.
just told you I don't know, Bill.
I know, but I'm saying this. It was used to cut weight, though. The supplement he told you, he said
No,
that you're going to use it. You're going to use to cut weight?
Nope.
See, Ron is not stupid, man. Ron is not stupid. Bill's up here playing all these goddamn twisty games and shit with people's words. You know what I'm saying? Like he's up here trying to dance on somebody's, you know, intelligence. Ron is paying attention. He's listening. He don't seem like he's intoxicated or drunk at this moment. He seems like he's listening. You know what I'm saying? While Bill Haney is being garrulous and just talking all fast and being all securities, man. A lot of shit you saying is not making sense. You just so you use the supplement to cut weight. He never said he used the supplement to cut weight. He said he was cutting. He was trying to cut weight. He was in a salt bath, and he got to a point where he could not drop any other weight, any more pounds. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? It's plain and simple like that. What is up with the interrogation? It's not going to do anything else for his suspension. Regardless if he go up here, let's just say he say some shit right? You know, the New York State Athletic Commission is not going to go back and say, okay, we want to reconvene. We want to revisit his case, and we're gonna punish you for 2 years now, after Ron has already pleaded. So this has nothing to do with them, NYSAC. It's not anything to do with NYSAC. This has everything to do with with them having us believe that they're gonna sue Ryan Garcia for what he said. They're trying to get him to say, well, he used a drug to cut weight. He was fully aware and competent enough to understand that he was cutting weight, and he was trying to cut corners to cut that weight. No, you got the wrong fighter, homie. You got the wrong fighter. Martinez. Well, didn't he have a diuretic? Diuretics help with cutting weight. It help you lose water. That's what a diuretic is.
He just gave me supplements, and
what was the supplement for, Ryan?
It wasn't for cutting weight. I don't know what he gave me. I'm being real with you. I don't even got to be on this live. I'm being real.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it
Respect you
was.
for that.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
I'm a man,
coming
bro.
on.
I'm right here. I'm not
Okay.
scared because if you
So why did
scared,
you
then you're
say?
lying.
Okay, so why did you say that everyone had contaminated, that Victor, that Bill, that me, that everybody
Because
else
I'm
had
very
something?
skeptical. I'm still to this day I'm skeptical. A man that got that was banned from another sport is helping you out. Devin Haney has and your son
But
has gained he can lose so much weight, but then gain so much weight and
but
then still fight for
but
12
wait a
rounds.
minute. Is
That
the
screams
but is
cheating.
the but
So Ron Garcia returns. You know what I'm saying? He hits a Yui. You know what I'm saying? He hits a Yui, and he returns that type of energy and questioning back in Bill Haney and say, how's you and your son? How's your son Devin Haney cutting weight? How's he freaking cutting so much weight and gaining? And, it's a picture that came out, and Devin looked like he's every bit of 195, 200 pounds. So does Ron Garcia at this point in time. But he looks very, very big. So, Ryan saying, hey, you were the guy who has been down the dark road of cheating. You know what I'm saying? He is considered to be a malefactor. Yes, Victor Conte is proven to be a malefactor. An individual who chose to be on the bad part of sports. He wasn't a competitor, but he chose to insert himself with those who did compete and allowed them to be educated on taking supplements for an advantage. And that advantage wasn't on the approval list. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on the approval list at the time. So justice came quick in a hurry when they caught up with him and he started. He started singing like your favorite little Tweety bird. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew everything that was against him. But good old boxing. Look at you. Whoa, whoa, good old boxing. Allow somebody like Victor Conte to come back just because of the knowledge that he has. You take a snitch and add him to the team so that it can enhance and clean up the sport. Ooh, if that ain't some justice, I don't know what is. You want to talk about improving? What? You want to talk about for the better good, the welfare? Cleaning up the sport? Ooh, whoa, that's what you do. Not only do the fighters that's able to get out of prison come back to the sport, but you can get the ones who was part of one of the biggest drug scandals ever in professional sports. Just didn't deal with boxing. I bet baseball wouldn't let him come over there and be a part of that. Baseball wouldn't. I know the NFL wouldn't have no Victor Conte over there. The NBA wouldn't have no Victor Conte. Track and field, hell no. But good old boxing. Good old boxing.
but is the
That screams cheating.
did Scooter bring the shit
But
or
answer
did
the
Victor bring the
question:
shit?
why isn't Devin Haney's record non and void because he went over the legal weight limit that you can gain after a fight?
There's no fucking such thing as
That's
going over
what they. That's what they're saying.
the legal weight limit. Because if
Devin
you go over,
Haney has
right,
been a
how
weight
long?
bully his
Let
whole
me ask you.
career.
All right,
Even in
let me
the
ask you this.
amateurs, he was a
Will they
weight bully.
will they give you a chance to lose the weight if you're overweight? Do they give you amount of time?
Yes.
Yes. So why weren't we? If we were a weight bully, why we weren't given time to lose the weight?
Doesn't wait. What do you mean? Weight bully
I'm
means
saying
that
is
you
if we're
gain.
weight bullying and they say that we're over the weight, why hasn't a commissioner, somebody says we're going to give you 15,
I don't know.
15,
Hey,
or,
some
huh?
commissions enforce rules, some don't. I've seen.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Some commissions enforce rules differently. I've seen it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? I have. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen some shit go down on a smaller and bigger stage. And I say, dang, I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, every commission is different. But when you hear situations like that, you gotta tell yourself when you're in the company of people like that, don't be arrogantly ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit up here and be so fucking arrogant that you're not even paying attention to the the questions that you asking. You know what I'm saying? You're not even listening to yourself because you're in control of your body, right? So your whole thought process, you can think about what you're saying before you actually open your mouth and let it be known. You know what I'm saying? You have the process to think this over consciously. You can be conscious and think this over before you, and just to blurt out questions over and over again. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's making a solid point. So you make a point of way know how you gonna compare Scooter and Conte on the same level. No one knows about Scooter until now, but they know about Victor Conte.
Seen it time and time again. Some enforce rules and some don't. Some turn a blind eye. Hey, Oscar Valdez got popped, and guess what? He got 0 suspension. Shane Mosley got popped, 0 suspension. Canelo gets popped 6 months. I get popped a year.
You know why? You know why?
It's just
But the
different
commission,
rules.
the commission,
I had
the
a
commission
billions
looked up.
grand.
And Bill quickly switches and let the window down so the breeze can come in because that smoke, you know what I'm saying, filled up the cabin pretty quickly. You know, Ron said, Oscar Valdez, did I not bring him up? Yes. You know, he talked about Sugar Shane Mosley. You know what I'm saying? How he was receiving those special packages from the very same gay guy who Team Haney has attached himself to. But I'm not dogging Victor Conte. You know what I'm saying? Because he did his time. They always say you did your time, right? But also with this dude, he was allowed to basically get close to fighters. You know what I'm saying? He was allowed to have fighters take his supplement. Whoever was testing that supplement or whatever the case may be, man, they allowed Victor to have a position where he has access to these fighters to take his supplement. Once again, Victor Conte's name is larger than any name that you can put to a Ryan Garcia giving him supplements than a Scooter. Don't nobody know who Scooter is. They don't know how he look. Scooter. Damn, they got somebody named Scooter. Still, what's the history of Scooter? Was he a part of Balco?
Commission looked up your.
You know how much a billions gram is, Bill? You could take a little salt,
No.
put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and that's what I had in my system.
Hey, listen. If you have a pinch of heroin, is it?
And this, you know, that wasn't me who cutting it off. That's just the video. Probably, you know, whoever was trying to edit it. You know, Bill's reply when he said he had a pinch of salt into a pool. You know, Bill want to go to what he believes that he's more familiar with. He want to talk about the white stuff. You know what I'm saying? He say, and you have a pinch of heroin and heroin and all this other shit. No, it's foolish. It's foolish at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Ryan was keeping it on boxing. But Bill Haney was more so wanting to bring it and you know, just like the dope game. He was trying to say doping. You remember when he was comparing it to fentanyl? Y'all remember that shit. Don't act like I'm the only one over here with ears. You know what I'm saying? He was up here talking about fentanyl, bro. He's up here talking about recreational street drugs to have people out here zombies. You know what I'm saying? Zombie stomping. You know, they up here zombie posing. This man said fentanyl. He tried to compare Ostarine to fentanyl. Now, you know, he want to bring in heroin. Man, it's a joke, bro. Seriously, it's a joke.
In your system or not? There's no other way. There's no other way that pinch could get in your system.
At this point in time, right? Ryan, you know, probably somebody called Ryan, but this is where it ends. You know what I'm saying? This is where it ends because, listen, there comes a point in your life, right, when you realize who really matters, who never did, and who always will. And in this point, out of all three of those, Bill Haney didn't matter to the people who was listening at all in any point you was trying to make. If you're going to sue Ryan Garcia, sue him. But he knows it's going to be a problem with them trying to sue Ryan Garcia, right? Because just based off him being suspended already from the athletic commission. So what you're trying to say is, well, you know, in the court of law, they found him not guilty. but we're going to do a civil suit. In this case, yeah, he copped a plea, so he's admitting guilt. So we're going to sue him on the back end. We're going to get it back in blood. We're going to do all. You're not going to get what you think out of this. This is not nothing big. Like you said, Canelo Alvarez was suspended for 6 months. Oscar Valdez, they tried to raise the levels. That man had a title fight on the same night, and he was able to retain his belt, go in there and fight for his title, and win a controversial decision. We had Julio Cesar Martinez just test. He got 9 months. But you're not out here damn ranting and raving. You're not ranting and raving, right? You're not out here going above and beyond the Call of Duty. You're not out here being, submitting supererogatory freaking narratives to the people so you can provide strict clarification that you don't want this. We're going to talk for the people. We don't want the people to ever have to go through. The people, for one, is not giving a damn about what's going on because everybody don't support boxing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't support this sport. People just don't tune in like we do to support the sport. It just don't go down like that, man. All that fast talking shit, bro. Some people pay attention to words. You know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to get that man to say something that you considered to be incriminating, just so you can say, oh, well, look what he said. I asked him. Yeah, I got him. He's not going to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? You might want to call on other deities or spirits. You know what I'm saying? Other things that's coming from the high, the most high. Because I didn't hear you mention Allah one time. Maybe you need to call upon those individuals. It might be a little bit more pleasant to you. Because this is trash. If the man is already suspended, Julio Cesar Martinez is suspended for 9 months, and he had more in his system than Ryan did. He had more in his system than Ryan did. But yet, you have people over here trying to make it seem like Ryan came through with a groundbreaking freaking suspension. Like this is the first time ever in the sport of boxing that a fighter has gotten to a point where their positive test, because they've been waiting for decades upon decades upon decades for a fighter to test positive. And all of a sudden, it happens. The process of guilt is upon us, y'all. Ryan Garcia, he tested positive. Why are all these damn content creators talking about, he should be banned. He should be doing this. When Martinez is over there, I don't hear you talking about Martinez. Where's Martinez? ¿Dónde está Martinez? Senor Martinez? Where's he at? He's been suspended. And I don't hear Cordova. Angelino Cordova. I don't hear him talking about I'm gonna take Martinez to court. I don't like that essay. I don't like it at all. I want the fair one. All I need is a fair one. I don't hear him up here talking about no sue shit, suing and all this other bullshit that has nothing to do with getting you another fight. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm not being a sour head about this. You know what I'm saying? But it just becomes repetitive when someone blesses you when they don't have to have a conversation, and you keep on trying to insert words in their mouth. So it's fault on both sides. Ryan, you wanted to choose to deal with this cat that's going to try to fast talk you and put words in your mouth and don't want to let nobody else talk. You know what I'm saying? You had Zab Judah on there, legendary Zab Judah, and you telling him to be quiet. Hey, man, that's what they like, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to hear what Zab had to say about it, being that he was a boxer. He was a champion. He was one of the best in the game. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to hear what was his mindset with this shit. That's all. Shout out to the XO Factory in the building. Salute to you. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz. Some more salute To your OG, what's good? What's good? So, what was the point of taking the supplement? Was he going to lose in a day? So, let me answer that question, okay? And this is not invidious response, okay, to anyone who may have the same curiosity. But what I'm saying is, someone take a supplement, and this is where people are saying like, what point does it make? Okay, the point of certain people, they'll ask this question like, well, according to the supplement and what little information I've been able to retrieve from it, um, it wouldn't even have did anything for Ryan to take it at that point in time, right? So you have people who deal with supplements. You have a fighter. Supposedly he was speaking with someone who these individuals got together and say Ryan Garcia is having a problem losing weight. So you brought in some of these experts, or whoever the expert was it Scooby and somebody else, you know what I'm saying, brought them in and got them to try to come up with a way for Ryan Garcia to help him out in the last stages prior to the weigh-in, right? So you're saying to yourself, well, that's an easy, answer. If he was trying to lose weight, well, if they was giving him supplements, it was a supplement to help him cut weight. Not exactly. It all depends. It's very complex, man. When you talk about supplements, it's dealing something that's scientific. When you deal with science, it becomes a kaleidoscope at the end of the day. Not everybody can look at it and understand what the fuck is going on. He could have been still cutting weight and damn near falling out. He could have it could have been areas that was going on and say, okay, we need to find a different way for this to happen. It all depends on Ryan because there's no way I can give a proper assessment of Ryan dropping weight and what was going on with him. I don't know what his test weight was. I don't know all of that. But it is quite dangerous to do salt baths and then be taking a diuretic. Ryan Garcia wasn't taking a diuretic, y'all. Ryan Garcia wasn't taking a diuretic. Let me show you something right quick. Let me show you something. See if this is. No. I want to show you something right quick, right? Where is it? We're about to get down to it. Where you at? I know you. Okay, here we go. Let me show you something right quick. Because this is how we're going to clip this, you know what I'm saying? And get straight down to it when it comes to supplements. I'm going to take you to an article, and like I was trying to explain to Jessica, who asked a very good question about him cutting weight. The supplement wasn't for him to cut weight because there's a go-to for cutting weight. When it comes down, like when I was competing, in order for you to get down to a certain weight and dry out, yeah, there's certain supplements you can take. Supplements that deal with helping you sweat. It can be a supplement that boosts up your metabolism or boost up your core temperature. There's supplements that pretty much manipulate your body and give it more energy, like the quantity of caffeine that's in some of these freaking supplements. A caffeine isn't a diuretic. So for a lot of people, caffeine, if you're cutting weight and you're doing stairs, you're doing bicycle, you're doing treadmill, caffeine give you that energy to help you keep going and burn and burn and burn. But when your body gets to a point where the caffeine can't help you out and you start feeling nauseated, sometimes people say, okay, per what the tape is, we pinching you. You still have a little bit more water in your system to lose and this and that. And then that's when the Julio Cesar Martinez comes into play. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes into play. Let me take you on this ESPN article right quick. Okay. This is Julio Cesar Martinez received 9 months ban. This is to basically, dress up what I just told you. He was found guilty of diuretics and masking agents. So therefore, Martinez was basically taking something else, but he was taking a masking agent so that particular drug would not be discovered or identified. So when it comes to the test can come back not distorted, but the test can come back giving a different reading, you know what I'm saying, than what it would be if he was on EPO or M1, M2, or whatever the case may be. But clearly, when you're talking about diuretics, that's for water depletion. That's to get that water up out of there. So it says right here, the punishment for Martinez, right, agreed to include a 9-month suspension retroactive to his March 30th victory over Angelino Cordova, which was changed to a no contest, a 15% fine of his $75,000 purse, equaling $11,250. Ouch. Along with $157.04 in prosecution fees and enrollment in the drug testing program. If Martinez complete the program successfully, he'll be reinstated December 29th. So Martinez, we know without a shadow, without any compunction, that he was taking some drugs prior to, in his fight camp. And also he got to a point where some of these dang performance enhancing drugs will allow you to put on muscle, like ripped solid muscle with very little body fat. The thing is, muscle holds weight. So when you get down to the scales and you test weight, they say, now we need to, without you damn coming in depleted, we need to get you on the right diuretics to get that water, that extra water out your system, but still sustain your strength. Still sustain your strength enough to do the final cut and make it to the scales. Because you see some of these cats is barely making it to the scales in mixed martial arts. That's because their whole body has been dehydrated for quite some time, and they've been sucking on ice chips, and your body starts to break down. In order for your brain to function, it has to have at least 20%. When you go below that threshold of 20%, you start to become dizzy, your body starts to cramp, and you start to panic. You start to fucking panic. What else it says over here about good old Martinez? Martinez previously tested positive for the banned substance clenbuterol in 2019. And see, when I initially did this, I didn't want to talk about what he tested positive for previously, because that's like digging up all the dirt. That's really just saying, okay, Martinez been a cheater. I wanted to talk about what he tests positive for right now, because it had a correlation to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia's test, dirty, the way people are talking about, is lighter than 80. Look, it's lighter. I'm talking about feather light, comparable to Martinez, both type tests. He tests for the same thing Canelo Alvarez did. He tested for Clan. Then he turns around and tests for masking agents to basically disguise whatever PEDs or banned substance he was taking during fight camp. Not only that, he was up there taking diuretics to deplete water to help him cut and sustain that muscle. It says right here, he faced no punishment then. After the WBC rule, the result was due to contaminated beef, y'all, consumed in Mexico. The ring first reported the news. So this is where WCS is at with this contaminated beef. If beef can be contaminated, why can't supplements be contaminated? And once again, I'm not advocating for Ryan Garcia. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand, like, the possibility is there. The potential is there. We don't live in this world where we know everything and where did that chicken come from? You order 6-piece chicken. Where did it come from? Is the name stamped on the wings? What chicken? What farm is it on there? Did I get if I got 6 pieces? I need 6 tags right now. I need 6 tags, and I need the goddamn the barcode so I can scan that and see where this chicken came from. I want to make sure I'm buying some premium good chicken. That's not how it works out. So if beef can be contaminated, right? And no one's seen the slaughter, how in the hell can supplements who no one's seen the actual process where it was being put together and all that? How is it impossible for it not to be freaking contaminated when it's beef out there contaminated? You got dumb motherfuckers that come there and ride past somebody's freaking farm and say, "Oh man, that cow is beautiful. Look at that cow. It wouldn't hurt nobody. It wouldn't hurt nobody." But you know what? Well, you know what puzzles me is that a cow is out there just minding their business, grazing, and somehow when their number comes and they hit the slaughterhouse, and that beef is chopped up, filleted, and served out to the public, some of it's contaminated. I wonder how. Because it's not like a cow can inject themselves. I can tell you how. If we waited on the natural process to happen on our food source, if these farmers wasn't out here enhancing these freaking livestock to grow faster than what they're supposed to, we would be starving. Okay. So when you want to sit up here and act like you're all about perfection, and y'all want to always bring race into every freaking topic without, really reading up on shit. You can take the most innocent and you can say to yourself, there's no way that these cows can pop dirty. They're not that. I'm looking at them from the highway. They just look so innocent. That's not the case. It's not the cows. It's their owners. When supplements are in the lab, they're not having a freaking 24/7 ring camera extravaganza. Hey, let's tune in to scientist Theodore Rigginow, and we're gonna watch him put some freaking ashwagandha together. And look over there, he's gonna bring into the frame. He has 3 lab-tested chimpanzees. I love this. He's gonna feed them each a different dosage of ashwagandha. And he's gonna goddamn dump a whole suitcase full of rocks on top of him. And the chimpanzee who's able to toss that dang suitcase off, that is the lot number that he's going with. That's how it works, people. That's how you get the most potent freaking supplements out to the general public. It's chimpanzees. The one that throws the suitcase the furthest. That's the best potency that you want to put out to the public. I'll take lot number 5200871. Chimpanzee numero dos. Thank you. I'll get, give me a case of that. He's strong as fuck. I'm just saying, yo. Like, Martinez tested positive for more. And that was his second test. And it wasn't an outcry over here amongst the content creators. All they doing is bitching and whining about freaking Ryan and Devin. I'm just speaking from a perspective, like, I've seen worse in the sport. This doesn't even compare. I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying, why try to treat this like all of a sudden we should pay all this attention, attention to what he did, like it has anything to do with the outcome. Now, as I say that, I have to bring in to what Paulie Malignaggi. Let me bring you up to what Paulie Malignaggi said, okay? Let me see, can I find it? This would trip me out. Let me bring up what Paulie, said about this situation. Okay? Where you at, Paulie? And Chris Algieri made a very good point too. Let me see. This it right here. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it? I think this might be it. Hold on. I found it. I want you to hear what Paulie had to say, okay? I like Paulie, man. When they was up here trying to use all this race against Paulie, man, I like Paulie Malignaggi. You know, he's outspoken. And not everybody agree all the time with one another. But let me let you hear this with Paulie. You know what I'm saying? He made a very, very solid point. It's a very solid point. Okay? Let me put this up here because I can't use their freaking video. Pay attention to what Paulie said.
The fact that Ryan Garcia failed the PED test matters almost nothing to in the comment sections of discussions of this fight. It's like they don't even, there's no understanding, there's no rhyme or reason to anything. It's like they just talk about how the fight looked and how the fight went. I see the reactions on social media.
Teofimo Lopez, who I've always said is the king of this division.
Was he right or wrong, y'all? Was Paulie Malignaggi right or wrong about the type of generation that we live in when people just look at and say, okay, they don't give a damn about what actually was in the system of Ryan Garcia, because it's still some type of doubt when it's not a 100% guilt. I'm talking about you remove all freaking innocence and it's been proven that this person is guilty. Then the convincing amongst the general public becomes a little bit more organized and stable. People start saying, okay, well, since it went that route and they proved it without a shadow of doubt, they removed everything. Yeah, we believe he did it. But it doesn't seem like they convinced us that Ryan Garcia is 1,000% sure that he did it willingly. That is the question. Did he do it willingly? There's always that gap. There's that time, that window of time that fighters, they have their list of responsibilities when they're in fight camp to prepare themselves for the heat of battle. During that time, yes, there's other role players on the team to make sure that fighter has the proper nutrition and weight. We seen with Errol Spence how he was still trying to drop weight, but on All Access he was up there eating guacamole burgers. So his nutrition is supposed to be the best in the game, something that Errol Spence neglected early in his career. He chose to get when he still came in overweight. But when you have fighters who have others who are being paid to carry out certain duties and supplements are involved, he's not the first one in boxing, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, any other sports to test positive, and then they have to go and try to prove otherwise. That's not something they pay attention to. They want to be as limited tasks as possible outside of them just preparing themselves with the training, the strength and conditioning, everything else. That is their priority right there. They can't be paying attention and say, okay, hey, somebody give me a list. Let's do a freaking Zoom call with this person about this supplement. Let's do this. Let's do that. They have to trust their circle and the people that they're paying in those positions. They have to trust them. And sometimes it fails them. Now, am I saying either way that's what happened to Ryan? No, I'm just saying, like, the reason that Paulie is saying what he's saying is because the general public doesn't truly believe that Ryan willingly did it. And Bill doesn't want to accept this. He wanna continue to boost up Devin as if, yes, his son was that dangerous. And I get it. I get why he'll try to continue to be pretentious about it and put up a facade. I get it. But when it comes down to it, people look at Ryan Garcia and he built up some freaking Wall Street value when he stepped in there with Tank and got stopped. They seen how he went in there and fought Tank, and they said, damn, this nigga tougher than I thought. So they say to themselves, he came out clean out of the Tank fight, but then for the Devin fight, all of a sudden he has to enhance, he has to advance. You know what I'm saying? He has to do all of this shit to prepare for this fight. It doesn't make sense to an era of generation of people who are used to social media and looking at stuff that looks a certain way, but they see it as another way. You know what I'm saying? Their eyes, the visual manipulation is incredible. And you want to talk about brainwashing, psychological depletion, dilapidation? Yes, that shit happens all the time, y'all. They're saying, why did Ryan have to take it for Devin Haney, who had very limited threat when it came to his punching power, when he's been in there with Gervonta Davis? He's been in there with Gervonta Davis. That's why the generation is like, I'm calling BS on that. That's why they over there killing Devin, because they like, man, come on, bro. That Osirene didn't do anything. But hold on for a second, man. I wanna find one more.
And for Devin Haney, he needs to get back in the win column. He needs to take on some whatever kind of fight he can get, whether it's Sandor Martin or he can try to unify once again with one of these other guys. Listen, we're prize fighters, guys. We fight for money. I don't care what anybody says.
People are saying, oh, the PEDs didn't win the fight for Ryan. I mean,
I found it. Listen to this. This is what I wanted.
People are saying, oh, the PEDs didn't win the fight.
Hold on. I found it. Listen to this right here. Listen to this right here. This is the point that Paulie was making, and you see if you agree with it.
Fight for Ryan. I mean, they're banned for a reason, guys. There
you go.
Those PEDs make you hit harder when you land, and they make you react much faster to the punches that you throw. I mean, and they make you actually take better punches too when you use stimulants as well. So, I mean, they wouldn't be banned if they didn't do the fight. I know they don't do the fighting for you, but they enhance everything you do. So,
see, this is what I took out from that. Paulie is saying they do enhance. They do enhance. They're stimulants for a reason. They help you throw a punch a certain way, may give you a little bit more higher alert system. Mechanically, you may be sharper than you ever been before. But he also said they don't do the fighting for you, homie. That's what Paulie said. They don't do the fighting for you. You said it, Paulie. Paulie said they don't do the fighting for you.
The reactions, the speed at which people are saying, oh, the PEDs didn't win the fight for Ryan. I mean, they're banned for a reason, guys. There you go. Those PEDs make you hit harder when you land, and they make you react much faster to the punches that you throw. I mean, and they make you actually take better punches too when you use stimulants as well. So, I mean, they wouldn't be banned if they didn't do the fight. I know they don't do the fighting for you, but they enhance everything you do. So, the reactions, the speed at which people are saying,
I think you get the point with that. And what I was getting at with Paulie, is pretty much a former world champion, multi-time world champion. And Paulie is somewhat respected in the game. He was a fighter that wasn't deemed to have that knockout, that strict knockout power. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying that, yes, they PEDs for a reason. And, they do help you with, any stimulus is going to give you an advantage, this, that, and the other. But what they don't do is the fighting. They don't fight for you. They don't fight for you.
No, the PEDs didn't win the fight for Ryan. I mean, they're banned for a reason, guys. There you go. Those PEDs make you hit harder when you land, and they make you react much faster to the punches that you throw. I mean, and they make you actually take better punches too when you use stimulants as well. So, I mean, they wouldn't be banned if they didn't do the fight. I know they don't do the fighting for you, but they
don't do the fighting for you. That's all I'm saying. They don't do the fighting for you.
Everyone has a very short memory in this sport. You have to perform each and every time. People only remember you for your last fight. Unfortunately, Devin Haney's last fight, he lost.
What? This is Chris Algieri now. This is Chris Algieri. Shout out to Chris Algieri, former world champ. He said, unfortunately, Devin lost. Listen to him, man. They made some good points, Paulie and Chris.
There was a no contest or not, he lost. We all watched him lose. So he's taking a pay cut. If he doesn't want to play that game, apparently he doesn't have 2 years, like you said. If he wants, yeah, is the money low? Yeah. Is it that low? A lot of people are going to hear 1.5 million. Like, that's not that low. That's pretty decent. A lot of fighters would beg for $1.5 million paydays. Obviously, he's been making 10 times that. So I understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, man, sometimes you got to take a step back and get that win and get back up to those levels. And it might be that kind of situation here, or he can just wait it out and just wait for another big payday. So that's entirely up to him and his team. Everyone.
Hey, when it comes down to it, peep this out. When it comes down to the fans that you somehow, some way, get to gravitate to you throughout your professional career, the wins, the losses, whatever the case is, you know how they honor you, how they support you, how they defend you, how they go over here and come up with scenarios, how they will vouch. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows the process on how that works for each fighter. Devin Haney has his fans. Ryan Garcia has his fans. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm not saying Ryan Garcia fans is drowning out Devin Haney fans. It's just for the individuals like the content creators that's on here. They're speaking in a sense from different angles, and the reason why you have a different tune to the instruments and that not everybody's on the same sheet of music is because they're unsure if Ryan took the PEDs on purpose. Forget what him copping a plea. He said why he copped a plea. But then also Paulie Malinology said what? They don't do the fighting for you. A lot of people up here saying, okay, if Ryan wasn't on PEDs, it still seems like he would have came out victorious because he was very, very dominant on Devin Haney throughout the back end of the fight. He hit Bill with the counter left hook. That's Jay. Rex, what's good? He said, do you think they both align? Do I think they're both aligned? You know, look at what you're asking me. Bill was asking questions. So you trying to tell me he's lying when he's asking a question? He's not answering a question. He's asking a question. He's asking a question. You know what I'm saying? He's basically asking leading questions. How can you lie asking a question? You can have ulterior motives. Ryan was the one that was freaking, answering the questions or trying to answer the question. And what did I say about Ryan before? I said Ryan Lion Garcia. I started calling him that because I was speaking more so on him talking about he was going to fight certain fighters and he was capping and he didn't do it. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. Salute to you. And those of you that's in the building, if you choose to donate, yes, this channel is monetized. You know what I'm saying? Or you can also donate to the Cash App. Either way, both efforts are appreciated. So none of the commissioners said anything. Well, NYSAC came back and just like Ryan said, he had to go over there and basically he had a hearing and he pleaded. And he said the reason why he pleaded because if he would have took it to court and they still could have suspended him even if he would have won. So, it's not even double jeopardy at that point. You go over there and you get proven, to be innocent, but yet the commission can make their own ruling based off probability. That's all I'm saying. Based off probability, they can make their own ruling, or however their procedures are. It makes no sense. If you go outside of that and you prove your innocence, but yet they still can suspend you or punish you, that's crazy. I'm not wasting my freaking money on a attorney, spending a retainer fee with the evidence I have, and I believe I can go in there and win, but yet I come back and NYC still freaking suspends me. Toby said, I heard on the interview with Sonny Edwards, he was told Julio Martinez failed for 5 different PEDs. See, that's what I'm talking about. Toby, good Jim. You know what I'm saying? Martinez had masking agents. So it makes sense that if he had multiple freaking PEDs in the system, he was basically taking something to mask them so they wouldn't be identified on the test. So it looks a whole lot better if he comes back positive for masking agents and diuretics. We pretty much understand the use of diuretics is for water depletion. But when you say mask, that is an overlay to hide something. Ryan didn't come back with a masking agent to hide anything. And then if you look at when he took the supplement, it's just stupid for this Q&A to happen on Mill City the way it did. As if, you're talking about a person who's not a part of any commission. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to fast talk and trying to act like he's going to come up with more information that no one else has. And then, y'all can't be quiet as kept. Just be quiet about suing him. If you're going to get it back in blood, like you say, get it back in blood. That's all I'm saying. Get it back in blood, bro. Appreciate that, Toby. Shout out to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens in the building. What's good with it, brother? Salute to you. Listen, 31. Salute to you pulling up. He said, be careful, Crawford is with Snack. Why do I have to be careful? Every fighter that is with, understand how am I lining this up to preface what I'm speaking on. It has nothing to do with Crawford. I'm telling you, when it comes to the principle of it all, this is what I'm talking about, 31, the principle. When I'm speaking of the principle of it, you're trying to act like Ryan Garcia is just, this ominous individual, this malefactor. You know what I'm saying? This purple that's an evil doer. All he goes through boxing. He has the Martinez freaking jacket on him, right? I'm saying if you're going to question someone, but yet associate yourself with someone who is levels higher when it comes to promoting evil, when it comes to promoting dirt, being on the darker side, performance enhancing drugs. You're with Victor Conte, who did his time and came back to a sport, the only sport that will allow him employment, boxing. The one who is still grimy, slimy, and always sometimey. That is boxing. So if you're gonna have your son in the company of Victor Conte, how can you speak as if you holier than thou when it comes to Ryan Garcia testing positive when he's associated with Victor Conte, who was part of the biggest drug scandal in history? In history. Did I say that recently any of Victor Conte's fighters have lead me to question every fighter that's with him is performing at a high level? No. I'll be a fool to do that because I've been able to observe certain fighters, right? And I remember Demetrius Andrade, who lost. Where was Snack? So Snack is not having fighters. Every Snack fighter, including Mikey Garcia that was used to be on there. Every Snack fighter has not produced results to say, you know what? Them motherfuckers right there different. Snack got these niggas looking good. That right there, that's what it is. If you can do anything, get your fighter with Snack. Them fighters are beating everybody's ass. That's not the case. Demetrius Andrade couldn't get past David Benavidez. He was on Snack. So I don't have to be careful about shit. Everybody know what fighters are on snack. Everybody know what fighters are on snack. But if you listen to me, I was trying to make an example. You know what I'm saying? Crawford chose to be with Snack. That's who he chose to align himself with. So far, so good with Victor Conte not being in the media for controversy when it comes to boxing. Threw Scooter under the bus. Yeah, you know, he threw Scooter under the bus to change the muffler while I was moving, bro. And Scooter did it. I ain't never heard no dude named Scooter who wasn't thrown under the bus. Everybody goddamn blame Scooter. I think Scooter was up there at that store when that goddamn, you know, that shooting went down. It was Scooter. I saw Scooter running in the dark. You saw his face? No, it's just the way Scooter runs. It's just the way he runs, man. That was Scooter. Shout out to Flex in the building. Wants video to be erased. Well, they was trying to say that wasn't their effort. They weren't trying to get that video taken down. But you know, look, I understand. You know, Bill wanna be in protest, full blown protest for his son, but your son is old enough to protest for himself. You know what I'm saying? He should have been on there having a conversation with Ryan when y'all had that freaking meet and greet where they were supposed to be mad and they are whack, you whack, you whack, you whack, you whack, you whack. After a while, you speed it up, it sounds like a Daffy Duck commercial. You know what I'm saying? Quack, 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 quack. I'm like, God damn, man. This shit seemed like it was staged and choreographed. They could have talked to each other. Just like they did when they was in the Empire State Building. Wasn't they at the Empire State Building? And all of a sudden some shoving went on. They said, oh, we're going to murder him. We're going to murder him. Well, guess what? They got that out there on video too. Now, you want to talk about old shit? You up here talking about you going to murder somebody, but yet after your son loses the fight, you want to go up here and be an interrogator. You want to act like you got motherfucking practice at this shit, Bill, to be honest. Bill acting like he got practice at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he really goddamn, he had to sit down in that chair a time or two and goddamn sing like a birdie, sing like a birdie. He was up there asking questions like he was in charge. Man, come on, man, tell him the truth, man. You know you the one that was holding, man. You was holding that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When you asked me about it, I said, no, I don't want nothing to do with that right there. But you should get it out your house. And then, goddamn, 5 minutes later, the house is being raided. Now, you can't blame that on me. I'm not the only one you knew you had it in there. Man, get out of here. Yeah, they're trying to interrogate Ryan, but yet these brothers on here always talking about sticking the code. Listen, let me give you a PSA on these niggas, man. Don't believe all these dudes that's on here talking that rah-rah that's a part of a certain organization. These niggas are the police. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. I'm telling you. Don't ever let a nigga that's below what you got going on in life. Don't ever think they won't stab you in the back. Easy. They don't care what you got, what your success has been. If it's any way for them to relieve themselves of any pressure by snitching on somebody else, they would do it. They would do it. It's going to come a time when I'm going to let y'all know something about a little story that happened out here in the ATL. But I'm going to make sure it's the right time. It's the right time, y'all. Oh, you're going to love this. It's going to be the right time. I got to make sure it's the perfect time. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. These niggas the police, bro. Don't believe all that rah-rah shit. And motherfuckers all about trying to set you up. All about goddamn trying to act like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's social media. And they was talking, no. No, these niggas are making phone calls. They calling you up behind the scenes with third parties. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Andrew said, I paid cash money to the zone for the fight. Dev is going to have to reimburse me if he wants me to never watch it again. Well, you hold down a small percentage of the boxing fans, Andrew. Unfortunately, you're not even 0.1 of the boxing fans globally. So for him to identify you as an important consumer to reimburse you because he wants the fight removed, he's not going to give a damn about that, yo. He's going to reduce any freaking care or effort that he has. He's not going to give a damn to satisfy you, man. He's not going to appease you. He said, that's just the way it is, man. We're still working on the zone. Yeah. We're trying to work for cash money. You know, Eddie like that cash. You know, they trying to see if Eddie can take a freaking step aside money. Step aside to doing what's right. That's what they trying to do. They trying to see if they can pay Eddie some step aside money to have that fight removed. Don't do it, Eddie. Don't do it. But power to the people, Andrew. Wasn't Oscar Valdez made up by the WBC to an ambassador for the clean boxing program after two? Yeah, Oscar Valdez had a very, very strange, eccentric situation where he popped dirty and they came to his aid. You know what I'm saying? You know, once again, if Toby is out here being able to retrieve this information, then you all can too. And this is where I'm at with it. Real talk. If he is able to understand there have been other situations that, in my opinion, balance a heavier scale of importance, right? To this Ryan Garcia's Osterring. Why are people acting like this is one of the first, second, third, fourth, fifth? This is not even the first 15, 20th of when a fighter is popped dirty in boxing. This is not even the top 100. It's been other fighters that tested dirty, bro. But yet, y'all up here, y'all so bored with information and something like this happened, like you all was waiting. Y'all act like this was the Crawford Spence 2.0. Oh, we was waiting for this motherfucking fight. I ain't the way it used to be. I'm a little bit older now. I was waiting for this motherfucking fight. And then just to get it, and Ryan Garcia robbed me. He robbed me. I'm fighting through this respiratory infection. He robbed me. I mean, they acting like they've been waiting for this fight for years. Only to get it and Ryan popped dirty and say, oh, wait, let's talk about this. Devin went in there and fought a dirty fighter. But when he was super big against Regis Prograis, and look, people are going to say this now. Well, he was only 7 pounds bigger than Regis Prograis on fight night. That's not that. I mean, come on. Weight is just like a box of chocolates. On fight night, you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? They acting like 7 pounds ain't a lot. But clearly, Devin Haney was bigger than Regis. And it has nothing to do with Ryan Garcia popping dirty. But I'm just saying, if you're going to bitch and whine about situations that happen today, don't act like they supersede more serious problems that we have experienced in boxing. It's been way worse testing positive, and the suspensions wasn't even a year, dog. They're talking about he should be banned when Antonio Margarito wasn't banned. Mike Tyson wasn't banned for biting someone's body, bro. Mike Tyson bit cartilage, removed cartilage out of Evander Holyfield's body. Off his body. Edgar Berlanga got frustrated and bit his opponent, trying to pretty much remove that man's entire clavicle. They ain't talking about that. I guess that's not the same. Like testing dirty for a performance enhancing drug and basically committing a violent act of rage. You know what I'm saying? Biting your opponent. I guess it's not the same. I guess what lasts the longest is the Osterring, something that can leave your system. But if you get your ear bitten the fuck off, oh, my fault. You look in the mirror enough, then it's going to clear up. You can go get a doctor, get a surgeon, and get a cadaver's ear and say, hey, how you like that right there? I know you're black and that ear, that cartilage is white, That's the only one that was available, Evander. And just give it time. Go to the beach, get a little suntan, put some goddamn I would say PF 43. Yeah, and that ear is gonna turn brown just like the rest of your body. Okay, there, Evander. Come on, bro. But you're right, Toby. You know, Oscar Valdez, they raised the limits or something for him. And then this is the excuse they want to use. Well, you know, for Oscar Valdez, to be honest, man, you know, players don't really talk. But for Oscar, though, Oscar was taking something that you can take, you know, outside of freaking, you know, outside of boxing, in between fights. You know what I'm saying? Out of competition. He was taking a banned substance out of competition. So if you take a banned substance out of competition and you pop dirty for it when you get back in competition, so we're thinking about out of competition. So this goes into Bill Haney. Bill Haney say, so how did you pop for it the day of? The same way other fighters pop dirty coming off of freaking PEDs. It's still in their system. Everybody's system filters out things differently. Not just performance enhancing drugs. Everybody's digestive system is different. Everybody's physical anatomy is made up different. Everybody's consumption, whatever it may be, is different. Don't nobody take a shit at the same time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is consuming, nutrition value is different. Everything I've been saying about people selective over this whole matter has been 1,000,000% spot on. Well, this is what I would say, Reggie, extracting your selective. That's the only thing I can take over there. You know, selective, because when you select, you choose whatever the topic or a situation may be. You pick out what appeases you. So in this case, we have someone that pop positive. Well, first of all, we're going to start off who favors who. You take that crowd, you take the other crowd, and then you start to even break it down even more. We have a serious situation right here. Ryan Garcia popped dirty. I've been on record as saying that Devin did everything a champion was supposed to do. Then we have to look at the reality. The reality is just like Paulie said. They don't fight for you. Paulie said that, not me. PEDs don't fight for you. So yes, and you know, boxing don't go off morals and principles at all. They allow fighters to come in here from all walks of life and compete in the sport. One of the slimy, grimy, always sometimey sports. That's what it allows to do. So within that being said, you're gonna get some people that selectively chooses to say, well, I know he popped dirty, but the way I look at it and the way he's fought in the past up to this point, he haven't gave me any signs that he needed to take something to beat Devin. And then you got the Devin fans saying it don't matter if you felt that he didn't need to take anything. The fact is he popped dirty, and that's what it is. Yeah, if the jury, if the public or the civilian jury was believable, you know what I'm saying, and we based them off integrity, if we as people had that level of integrity within ourselves, that we respected one another like that, then this conversation would be great, because we'll feel that everybody's coming from a very honest place. But that's not the case. This is a very extremely biased society that we live in. And the point where you're saying selective, yes, you have a huge selective process going on that involves a lot of variables. And those people will be on this side, that side, and they're going to say, okay, Devin don't deserve this, which he didn't. But then they're going to talk about him agreeing to the do Ostarine. When you hear people talk, they say, well, Bill was trying to insinuate that you was taking the supplements to cut weight. But yet he failed to mention that he knew weight was going to be a problem, and he was at a point where he could have made a decision to do what? Turn down the fight because Ryan was 3 pounds overweight. But yet it was too big of a paycheck for him to relinquish. So he said, you know what? We going in here. You can get it done. You can get it done. Baby boy, you can get it done. You can beat him. We're going to take his money. We're going to take his money because, you know, Bill always talking about money this, money that, money this, money that. So they took the man's money. He paid the penalty, even though he said he betted on himself and made $12 million at the casino. They took the money. They had right there in front of them, they had options. As Shaw News would say, you have options. You had the options to say, you know what? We're not going to chance it. He's a much bigger fighter. Devin did what a champion is supposed to do. He made the weight limit. He's competing to keep his belt. His belt is not stripped. But yet Garcia came in overweight. Why? Because it's a lot of areas. You know, people's in his ear saying, hey, this is how we're gonna, you know, we're gonna tell you everything you need to do is go in there. And the plan we're gonna scheme up this plan. Don't worry about the title. You don't really need that anyway because you're not going to be fighting this weight class anytime soon. Come in overweight. You're going to have the advantage. Devin's going to drain himself down to the 140-pound limit. Go in there and get the win. The win is going to supersede anything that belt could ever have. All the people going to remember is that you beat Devin Haney. And sure enough, selectively, that is what the fans are known for. The fans are saying, hey, the only thing we want to talk about is you getting beat up. Look at all those pictures out there. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Reggie. You know what I'm saying? Be sure y'all goddamn go check him out. Smart, intelligent brother, man. I'm not saying, I'm not over here to bash Devin. You know what I'm saying? Listen, one thing about me, I've never been in no clique and I felt good about it. If I have something that people may consider to be on the abrasive side about somebody, it ain't never personal because it's not never personal. I'm not here to bash Devin in any way, shape, or form. I was hoping Devin go in there and beat Garcia. Seriously, just replay it, spin the reel. I was hoping he'd go in there and beat Ryan Garcia. I'm the one that was calling Garcia Ron Line Garcia. And freaking Bill Haney used that shit too. And instead of him asking for a rematch, he wants to take a break. I see where you're at with it, Flex. I see where that can bother a lot of people. My deal is hearing Chris Algieri. If you want to take that time off, it makes no sense. It makes no sense now, especially if y'all want to be on this torchlit parade and bring up all this dirt on Ryan. Why should he break bread with you? What is the point? He can go over there to a fighter that they mutually respect each other now, and Tank Davis, who's making money more than most. I mean, come on, bro. He's making money more than most. Why are he going to break bread with you? And you're talking about, we're going to get it back in blood. We're going to get it back in blood. I don't want to say he capping. But I think you capping. I'm going to call it. I think they capping. Seriously. I think he want the attention to stay out there on this matter as long as possible. And it's not a good move, bro. Because, look, I can see if Ryan Garcia was pretty much engaging equally, but he ain't. Ryan Garcia, he say, I've been out here. I haven't been hiding. I've been out here. And I really don't think Devin has anything to keep the people, you know, vested and saying you're going to get it back in blood. Yeah, you know, MMA Hour gave you the platform to talk and tell people, they ain't believing it like that, bro. I'm calling cap. What's the day? This is June 27th. I'm calling cap. They're Haney's. I'm calling cap. And this is not anything bad. I don't think you're going to push it because you don't have nothing to push. You know what I'm saying? If you want to prove to the people that pushing a wheelbarrow full of rocks up a hill and demonstrate how strong you are, you know what I'm saying, your effort, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But when you get to the top of that hill with that wheelbarrow full of rocks and you look down there and ain't nobody goddamn clapping, then you understand what WCS is talking. Conquest, what's good? Then it come out that same serial number was tested and was not contaminated. You talking about the lot number? So So okay, this is where it gets a little cloudy when it goes to the contaminated. What the head of the company did was start putting out videos and giving people a whole spiel on how the process goes when they're making their supplements and the lot numbers and all that. That's man, that's a commercial. That's what any company would do if they're losing money, if they feel like it's gonna be a blackout to their company, they're gonna do a freaking video. Yes, they go into defense mode. They're gonna make a video in rebuttal what is going on with Ryan Garcia. Because guess what? Ryan Garcia's name is bigger than their product right now. Their product wouldn't be getting all this attention unless Ryan Garcia tested positive for it. And being he tested positive for Ostarine, that's not the only company that make Ostarine. It's one of the companies. And being that Ryan Garcia is one of the fighters that's actively in the sport of boxing, he now has put you out there on full blast. So now you get the recognition, but unfortunately, it's not what you want for the business. And therefore, they have to put a video out and say, this is how the process go. We make sure we spend, we have tightened security. And we make sure when the supplement comes, we put it in this room right here. And it is quarantined. I say, man, stop it. It's quarantine right here. You know what I'm saying? We have 2 8-foot guards armed with 50 cals, 20 knives, 6 40 cals, ninja stars. Man, he was going through this whole deal, bro. All because Ryan had put the name of the company out there and said, hey, the supplement was contaminated. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, I didn't hear if the lot number was contaminated. I just know they start basically doing damage control effectively immediately, Jessica. Look, effectively immediately. By the way, there's a recall of ice cream today. Well, you know, you talking about Listeria. You know what I'm saying? That's not like not to shut you down or you know, vilipend what you're saying, but that's not the first time ice cream has been recalled. Bluebell at one point in time was recalled too. And anybody who had that Bell ice cream, that's some good ass ice cream. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna goddamn pick up some weight, some stupid looking weight, and grow outside your clothes, all you gotta do is get that Bell ice cream. That shit is so good. It's delicious. It's delicious. It will get you nice and ready for the winter. Absolutely. Shout out to Sir Senior in the building. I was going to do a video comparing Devin Haney to Spinelli on Recess since she was a champion in Recess and so is Devin. Hey, man, I mean, you know, at this point in time, we're in between fights that really matter. You know what I'm saying? We have big fights coming up in August. You know what I'm saying? We have Teofimo fight coming up this weekend against, I think his name is Stephen Glucose Clavicle, you know, whatever that dude name is. You know, yeah, I'm not mad at Teo for freaking fighting Claggett. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. I'm not, real talk. Because I feel some of these fighters should be able to take off from harder opponents. And Teo's one of my favorite fighters. I like Teo. Even though he's been on some bullshit, you know, calling out Crawford and then say, let's fight at the catch weight. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. Them little guys been using diuretics for years. Watch all the little guys start getting popped. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't bring out the box, the shoe box from the closet, Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring out all the goddamn the intel. You know what I'm saying? The hidden documents. The shit that was basically released from the vault. Come on, man. Like a lot of people don't even know what diuretics is for. They don't even know what are we talking about diuretics. And that's how I compare it, Bruce. Like I don't see the severity that ostarine has in boosting up freaking physical strength and just being one of those monsters. Like because of this supplement, you're one of those monsters. But yet, Paulie will come out here and say some shit like, "Well, it is a stimulant. It's gonna help." It's the well, Paulie, you know well as I do. Every human being is different. It's some human beings is going to the Hall of Fame that didn't have this beautiful fighting style, but they was dangerous and they was able to build up that record, the wins and losses based off what they was working with. And then they look at other fighters who have these nice tight skill set, very well educated, and people saying, "Oh, if it's a fighter that I want you to mirror, let's look at film of this fighter right here. Look at how beautiful this, that, and the other." Everybody is different. Everybody's physical anatomy is different. Everyone's body reacts to supplements different genetically. You want to talk about metabolism. You want to talk about all that. Everybody's shit is different, yo. Boxers seek out content, not the other way around. Hey, Bruce, if they do seek him out, I'm curious because he don't have a lot of fighters on this roster. So I'm just curious how that goes. What's his, like Reggie said, what's his selective process? You know what I'm saying? How does he select the fighters that goes on him? Because they can't say Victor Conte is racist because he has black, Mexican, white fighters, Russian. You know what I'm saying? He has fighters from all over. You know, they would love to put that up in there too. But Devin Haney's in there. You know what I'm saying? If Devin Haney wasn't on Snack and Ryan Garcia was on Snack, can you imagine? Race would come into it. Oh, Victor Conte, he helped Ryan Garcia because he don't like Devin Haney. It's a race war. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Boxing has to also stop MFs from hiding from 10 months and appear right before they are classified inactive. Hey, what's wrong with that? That's that's a process. I mean, call it a loophole if you want, but if the procedure allows it, you know what I'm saying, then what? You're not talking about fighters being on salary. Fighters are not on salary. Like when it comes to boxing, that is like the open. That is like an open freaking in your roof or anything. It's just like an open passage, man. Like where the sunlight come through. Like it's so open. Like yes, they're working in boxing. They're employed. They're signed with a promotion, but the promotion is not paying them when they're in between fights. So it's not like they're on salary. You know what I'm saying? Each fight, they have to contractually draft up what that fighter is going to get paid for that particular start to finish. So in between time, if that fighter selects to do what he or she does, and circumvent the system and jump out for 10 months and go right back into it before they try to schedule a fight for their vacant title like Teofimo did, there's nothing that can be done about it, to be honest. You can't do shit about it. You can't do shit about it, bro. It's no bottom line. It's no bottom line. It's no bottom line. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get me. You can't come over here bottom line. You sound like a novice, bro, a tyro to this game. There's no bottom line. It's been fighters who popped dirty and got knocked out, aka TJ Dillashaw, who I like to use because this man has always presented a physique with very little body fat. Fought at the highest level. Dropped down the flyweight. Henry Cejudo knocked him out in the first round. Lost his belt and he popped positive for EPO, suspended for 2 years. And you were saying what again? Bottom line? It ain't no bottom line. It's fighters that get, get put to sleep all the time that's on performance enhancing drugs. Bottom line. What PEDs are you talking about? Who made the PEDs? You trying to tell me it's one company out here making PEDs? It's one supplemental company throughout the globe, through the world? No, everybody's supplement is different. It affects the fighters to different. Just because, look, they even have supplements on the ban list, and they don't even know what it is until it pop. They just come up and they'll find out something. Oh, let's put this on the ban list because we don't know what it is, but it don't suppose it is. Nah. Just think about it. For a while, the UFC had fighters, fighting with TRT. Look at the old Vitor Belfort, when TRT wasn't banned yet. Now that's different. That's different. What if ephedrine was still on the mic? What if ephedrine was still on the mic? Then we were talking about something totally different. Because ephedrine was absolutely one of the most magnificent supplements. I remember when they put that shit on the shelf on the base. Man, we was going 10-mile runs coming back. Hey, you want to go shoot some hoop, man? Yeah, sure. I'm going to go ahead and grab a PBJ right quick, and I'll meet you at the gym. All right, cool. That shit was on the shelf, bro. That was on the shelf. People was loving it. Loving it. One of the best supplements you can work out to. One of the best. Oh, my God. Let me see what hip hop has to say. Brother Reason, he's asking which one is to show he's lying. Months after the fight, you still don't know the name of the supplements. Well, I will say this. Right? Does he have to provide any information to a person that had nothing to do with him being suspended? Was Bill Haney on the board? So Bill Haney asking questions after the fact. Is Ryan providing him a service to just give him information willingly? Why would he do that? And they keep on talking about, oh, we're going to get it back in blood and we're going to do a lawsuit. Why should Ryan go in here and answer questions where he's twisting words around? Talking about, you took it during the fight, right? You took it during the fight, right? Then why would it be on your system on the day of the fight? You took it during the fight? And then you're saying he's asking which ones to show he's lying. Who gives a damn about truth or lies at this point? So what you're telling me, hip hop, is the fact that him being suspended isn't enough, right? Him pleading to take a year isn't enough. What you all want to do is continue to talk about the same thing like it's going to make you happier in the sport of boxing. No, we're deprived. We're starving this year in 2024. We haven't really had no big fights. Y'all want to become a gossip column talking about Devin Haney or Bill Haney. He was asking to show that he lied. What if he did lie? You're going to run around to whoever will listen and act like boxing is a sanctified sport? Before you actually don your first pair of gloves, you have to go through a 3-week summer Bible course. You have to do correspondence and memorize these chapters and quote them verbatim in front of the commission in order for you to get your license. It's no welcome aboard package like that. What are you talking about, man? He want to show if he's lying. Who gives a damn if he was lying? The man is being punished. The man is being punished. And this just goes to show you what I was saying. You're not going to be satisfied with the outcome. Sure enough, Bill Haney ain't satisfied. Bill Haney ain't satisfied. He ain't satisfied, bro. Bill Haney ain't satisfied of the outcome. The man got suspended and fined. And they say, then why Golden Boy? Why Golden Boy? Why Golden Boy? Bro, why are you worried about any of that? He got suspended. You're getting a portion of the money, a percentage, and of the forfeiture pay that he had to give back of his guarantee purse back to the promotion. So you want to go on an online interrogation? What does it have? What is the validity? What is it, something that it has to the case? Is there ongoing active litigation or arbitration that's going on? What are we talking about? It makes no sense at all, bro. You up here tomorrow? He want to ask which ones to see if he's lying. Who cares? The man popped dirty. The guilt has been punished. The guilty has been punished. Ryan Garcia was found A and B positive sample, and he is currently suspended. So why should there be an extended conversation on somebody else's platform with a Q&A? That's why Ryan got off there. He said, "Man, somebody told him, man, get off of there. You're wasting your times. You're wasting your times." I think Ty gets it. Ty said, "PEDs don't make you get hit." That's all I'm trying to say. Ty gets it. Whoever they get it, bro. They get it, bro. Real talk. All I'm trying to do is come from a simplistic, area of understanding. Like, listen to me. I'm not trying to be ex parte about this. All I'm doing is I'm giving you the basic understanding that when you look at the threshold of danger, when it came to Tank Davis, he was clear. He was clean. But you're trying to tell me he's going to boost? He's going to enhance? He's going to inject power up against Devin Haney, who doesn't present that level of threat? All of a sudden, he has to switch it all up. He has to switch it up, y'all. He has to switch it all up for Devin Haney. And y'all coming here, he was lying. He was lying. The test came back positive. Hey, look, I don't think he lying. I don't think Ron is lying about knowingly. I think he fucked up by putting his trust in his freaking guy. Now, you want to get on there and start bringing in fentanyl again and bringing up heroin. It just makes you look, you sound absolutely asinine, bro. This is the same guy that was talking about Ryan Garcia was doping and comparing Ostarine to fentanyl. And y'all up here defending this dude? Like, man, come on, man. Y'all act like y'all don't want to hold Bill accountable for saying some dumb shit, bro. It ain't personal, but he's saying some dumb shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He want to compare Ostarine to fentanyl and freaking heroin. I mean, something, the reason why that keeps popping up in his thought process, because that seems like it's something daily. That might be something daily that's on his thought process, man. I don't know. Why would you compare fentanyl to Ostarine? And no one knows how Ostarine looks. Ostarine can be a blue tablet, a green tablet, gold tablet. We don't know how Ostarine look. It can be in a root form. I mean, it can look like tree bark, beef jerky, a piece of bologna. We don't know how Ostarine looks. Shout out to Liverpool Boxing. Salute to you. What's good? Okay, here go Pauline making some sense. SARMs and opiates are different. Exactly. But I don't think look, when we talk about difference, somebody who's been living more, I say outside the critical period of learning, let's say 6 years old. No, I can't do that. I can't say that. Let's give him preteen. Let's say 11 and a half, 12. Let's give him preteen. Let's give them an environment that they was able to witness some of this, transactions and activity going on. Okay, they had a rough life. Let's say that. But when you talk about his analogies, he continued to bring in recreational drugs, opiates, and compare them to performance enhancing drugs, and then just ignore the fact that they're what is called what's that news, the local news, who is showing all these areas like San Francisco. They just show the area in Philly. Dudes are strung out on fentanyl. And look, we're trying to figure out how is that comparison relatable to Osterine, because I didn't see Ryan Garcia hanging over the top roof. What's wrong with him? He's like a zombie. What's wrong? I didn't see Ryan over there growling, drooling at the mouth, eyes bloodshot red, bent over, can't stand up. That's why I say, man, this shit was stupid when you was comparing that. Bill, come on, man, you smart. Oh my God, you smarter than that. And then Pauline just comes in here and says some of the simplest shit. Well, SARMs is different than opiates. You're right. That's why it made no sense, man. The comparison was out of this comprehension stratosphere. Like, you really wasn't in special ed either. You didn't go to school, period. You wasn't even homeschooled. If you want to get on here and talk about fentanyl and heroin comparable to Ryan Garcia Osterine, man, come on, man. Come on already. I got to get my bootsy on, man. Being that he's no longer on freaking ankle monitor either. Man, come on, man. No, man. Come on, man. You got to know they different, man. Fentanyl and goddamn heroin ain't the same as Osterine, man. Anyway. Yep, the streets to the ring. Man, that shit don't make no sense, bro. Real talk. Shit don't make no sense. There's no shot at Team Haney. But, man, I'm just telling you the way I feel about it. And I could care less about you casters out here being mad because I ain't out here, following an agenda. Because when you follow some of these cast agendas, they don't give a fuck about what you say anyway. You know what I'm saying? You can go out here and say something nice, and then they busy out here backstabbing you any breath that they can. You know what I'm saying? If you be yourself, you don't have to exert a whole lot of extra energy trying to please somebody that doesn't appreciate it to begin with. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna struggle in life, but you got to pick and choose who you struggle with. What's going on, Swat Jones in the building? Salute to you, brother. What's going on, big dog? I'm on the back end of this live stream. I put in a good 260 minutes. 2 separate 60 minutes, which equals to an hour 20 plus at the time. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF gang. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Swat Jones pulling up. I may potentially be on a little bit later, to do a panel and talk about this. I don't know how many people gonna want to use, their Thursday evening, but we getting close to the weekend, so I know some of my people, they ain't going in to work on the Friday because they already done plotting a scheme on Monday how to get off. Hey, it's not like we have a huge boxing. Let me do this before I go. It's not like we got a huge boxing schedule this weekend, but we're gonna talk about it. So July 29th in Miami, we got Teofimo Lopez, Steve Claggett. 12 rounds for Lopez WBO Junior welterweight title. All right. We also have my guy, and I will be paying attention on the zone for this. Another one of my favorite fights. I like this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? People always don't remember. They don't pay attention to the lower weight classes, man. Jess Ban Rodriguez, bro, is fighting Juan Francisco Estrada. This should be a very good fight. Yes, the same Juan Francisco Estrada who petitioned to be franchise champion. That is when I told you all that Mauricio Suleiman was going to insert another franchise belt. Let me take you back now. It was Canelo, Lomachenko, right? Oh, hold on, Lomachenko. And then there was Teo, And then Camboso. And then Camboso lost his belt to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? So Devin Haney was recipient for that went all to where it went, right? But in between time, when Tio had it before he fought Camboso down at the super flyweight, Juan Francisco Estrada petitioned because they wanted to make a trilogy between him and Roman Gonzalez. So he petitioned to become franchise, and that's when Jespan Rodriguez made his rise, his grand rising, y'all. He moved up to fight for the WBC title. Sor Rungvisai fell out because of COVID, and he fought Carlos Kudros, beat him. Then fought Sor Rungvisai, beat him, stopped him. Then dropped back down, y'all. Picked up a title. And then, picked up a title, and then fought Sonny Edwards to unify. Beat him. Now he's goddamn about to fight Juan Francisco Estrada. This right here, I think, is going to be the fight of all fights this weekend. Real talk. Even better than Teofimo's, man. Juan Francisco Estrada, Jespan Rodriguez. You know, Estrada has had his fights with freaking El Chocolatito, a.k.a. Roman Gonzalez, man. Oh, my God. This dude, incredible. This dude had an incredible run, bro. Incredible stoppage of Sonny Edwards. Incredible, man. Incredible stoppage of Sor Rungvisai. Yes. But they say, my channel don't get views. I get it. But I just wanted to put that out there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. And supporting as always. Hit the like button on your way out. If you choose to donate, you already know where you can donate. Until next time, peace. I'm out.